the cartels, you got the CIA, you got Los Zetas, openly trained by the U.S. military at Fort Bragg and Fort Benning, Georgia, all on record. And it's all part of a plan to consolidate, to have a huge drug war in Mexico that's bigger than the Vietnam War per year, just a real bona fide war. 40,000+ dead in 3 years on the Mexican side, 5,000 on this side, and that's just what we know of, and no one will talk about it. I've had people come to me and say, "You've got to talk about it, sir." I mean, I've been walking down the street going into a restaurant, and, up pulls a brand new Mercedes with some, obviously wealthy Mexican in it going, "Alex Jones, we listen to you. I can't believe you're still alive. What are you doing down here? Have you noticed there's not many people down here? Normally there is this time of year. It's all coming here, the skinny one." I mean, it is on. The people are scared to death looking over their shoulders in America, in Brownsville, in South Padre, in Laredo, in El Paso. And then you've got the police looking over their shoulder out there just revenue generating. And then I see Associated Press, Reuters, Fox News telling the public what I told you years ago. The drug cartels are now as far north as Illinois. They're also in Canada. And the Mexican drug cartels are even more vicious than the Russians because it's a culture of death. The veneer of civilization, the thin covering of civilization is incredibly thin. Just like it was in Europe. They'd have 100-year wars. They'd have half the population die for thousands of years, just eternal warfare. And once you give into this dark impulse, once you give into the culture of death, once you give into not caring about dying anymore for money, so you're supposed to not care about dying for freedom and for standing up for liberty. And then that pushes back the darkness. That pushes back the Grim Reaper. Instead, you have a culture where it's worshipped, totally turning themselves over to the Diablo. El Diablo, ladies and gentlemen, is strong. And it's spreading all over the United States. And it's so sad and it's so sick. And the culture has all primed. And you see the stickers all over cars in Austin with the skinny one, and people crazed and wanting to die, wanting to show their manhood, destroying our culture, destroying children and the family's future. It is abhorrent. It is blasphemy against humanity. And it's all been done because of the drug war. And the global social engineers rule the planet because they're masters. They're playing the big drug cartels off against each other while the CIA funds both sides, while the DEA, FBI, Border Patrol, all of them, 8 agencies, ship the guns in, they ship the cocaine in, they have military bases and Homeland Security ICE bases. They send out the Homeland Security boats to pick up the cocaine right out there, and they bring it in back and forth all day, right in front of everybody. Right there in South Padre, just boom, boom, back and forth, just drug shipment. Boats sitting out there, big barges just sitting out there with Homeland Security going back and forth. It's all funny to them. And Homeland Security roars by in their big ships right by little fishing boats and bugs their eyes out at the citizens and splashes waves on them. But then I've been out on a charter. Whenever you see Homeland Security, and I've been fishing a lot in my life before, people didn't act like this. And I've now seen this even in Port Aransas, far away from the border. Before, whenever they see now a Coast Guard or a Homeland Security or ICE boat, you stop your engine and you cower and wave at them, and they drive by with their chest sticking out, just like it's Mexico, and just look at you like, you trash. I mean, you tip your hat, you stop your boat. And I'm like, that Homeland Security boat's 300, 400 yards away. Why are you stopping? And they're like, well, you've got to do it or they'll board you and get in your face. And I talked to other locals around here, and they're like, yeah, no, they come in and out, back and forth with the drugs. They're landing them out here at these air bases. They've got the airport attached to the... It's all you idiots that use drugs that are allowing this to happen, and you idiots that support drug prohibition. If somebody's going to use drugs, they're going to do it. You got to decriminalize now to save our society. But they've grown these gangs up so big, they're now expanding out into... kidnapping and extortion, and every other form of evil is now happening. And they're not just going into Hispanic shops now and doing it thinking Hispanics will go along with it, like the Asian triads only feed on Asians. No, now they're going in everywhere and doing it. And the cops won't help you because they're on the payroll. They'll only bust little bitty gangbangers and fill them into the prisons where they have higher level drug dealers who then train them to join their armies. All part of the systematic takeover plan by the social engineers. And now as all this implodes, they're going to call for a total North American union and U.S. forces to go into Mexico and secure it. And now Rick Perry's proposing it. We played that clip 2 weeks ago. It's all part of the North American problem, reaction, solution plan with our own totally criminal government caught shipping the cocaine in and the guns out directly to the cartels, double-crossing each other. Think about it. Think about how the Mexican military dug slugs out of their dead people and shipped it back, knowing how to trace it to certain guns that have been sold because they were part of it. It's all part of a giant double-crossing operation meant to destroy Mexico and have huge refugee floods come in, which then further bankrupt the United States. If we would have made everybody stay down in Mexico, that's another thing. The people were going to have a revolution 6-7 years ago in Mexico and throw out the globalists and J.P. Morgan, Goldman Sachs dictatorship. So when the actuaries, the globalists said, we'll start a drug war, let them all kill each other that way, then they'll be happy to be slaves. The globalists know what they're doing. They know how to manipulate. And then meanwhile, this drug-dealing, murdering, globalist banker government that's hijacked the U.S. and Mexico openly has dog training now to stick their hands down your pants, microwave oven you, make you answer questions now at the airports, where you coming, where you going, you're not a terrorist, are you, to train you to be a prisoner. Totally breaking your will. And see, there's no end to these criminals, because the criminals that run America and run the big banks and run Mexico, they're only going to get replaced with worse people and worse people. I mean, 30 years ago, they would grab people that went over into Matamoros from South Padre, gringos, and torture them to death in human sacrifices. Texas Monthly articles about it, you name it, but it's always kept real quiet. And why is that? Why are all these people devil worshipers? Because when you get a corrupt society, the most evil are going to rise to the top. And whether you believe in God or not, people that are into evil always worship Diablo. Okay, they always worship the devil, El Diablo. They're always into that. And my God, we are in so much trouble as a society and a nation of cowards. America has turned into land of the cowards, home of the slaves. We've got to find our fight again. We've got to stop being cowards, or our future is over. Now, I'm going to tell you again, here's the breaking news. And we've got a guest coming on. Again, so much of what this guest is insider, who's got insiders inside the military bases, inside the other bases. Everything he said, confirm. And I know he isn't somebody they put on me, because I've been going around talking to people all over. This was somebody separately where I randomly went in who was already there. I'm just going to leave it at that. He's coming up in about 10-15 minutes. They are now kidnapping and killing people here in the U.S. They're now conscripting Americans. Not just here in South Texas, but all over the U.S. They're going to Hispanics mainly. And they're saying, are you La Raza? Basically down with the U.S. because they know that's a popular thing with young people because it seems sexy and cool. So the first thing is anti-America, bring down America. This is all being run by the big mega banks who want to bring down Mexico and the U.S. See how we're going to go to break and come back and break this down more. This is the key to all of it on the other side, Infowars.com.
OpticsPlanet.com is where discerning gun owners and outdoorsmen go to gear up. Optics Planet has the best selection of rifle scopes, red dots, night vision, holsters, bags, and tactical gear on the planet. With always low prices, free shipping on most orders, and expert customer service. Go to OpticsPlanet.com/GCN to get a free gift with purchase. That's OpticsPlanet.com/GCN or call 800-332-OPTICS. 800-332-6784.
HempUSA.org has a revolutionary wonder food for detoxing the body and rebuilding the immune system. Microplant powder can help unclog arteries and soften heart valves while removing heavy metals, virus, fungus, bacteria, and parasites. Plus, it cleans and purifies the blood, lungs, stomach, and colon. Keep your body clean with Microplant powder. Visit us at HempUSA.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
You can bet your life on eFoods Direct. Alex has told you about the amazing, great-tasting, long-term storable food from eFoods Direct and how a food savings account is your best insurance against natural disasters, job loss, and high food costs. But did you know that this dehydrated food also protects you against foodborne contaminants like E. coli and salmonella? Those poisonous critters can't live in low-moisture food from eFoods Direct. Ask for the Alex Fall Special. The Fall Special is a 24-day supply of food in a convenient portable container. A $259 value for only $199. Save $60 on 160 servings of the best food on the planet. Call 800-409-5633 and ask for the Alex Fall Special and go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex. Call 24 hours, 800-409-5633 or efoodsdirect.com/Alex. You can bet your life on eFoods Direct.
What happened, man? You used to be energetic, happy, and wow, did the ladies love you. Now, you fall asleep on the couch, irritable, and out of shape. Don't be that guy. Call now for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male, a natural supplement shown to raise testosterone by 61% and maintain healthy, normal levels. No injections, no appointments. With healthy testosterone levels, you can feel that energy again, that great outlook again, and yes, even a healthy sex drive. Right now, you can try Ageless Male risk-free. There's nothing to lose, guys. If you're a man who's noticed changes in your body, your mood, your sex life, call now for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male. Be the guy you used to be. Just call 1-800-497-8345. Don't wait another day. Just call 1-800-497-8345. That's 1-800-497-8345.
Smokers, are you still smoking traditional cigarettes? Are you still smelling up your clothes and car interior, staining your teeth, and getting ashes everywhere? Why? When you could be smoking or vaping with e-cigarettes by LeSig. With LeSig e-cigarettes' revolutionary microelectronic technology, rechargeable battery, and unique replacement cartridges, you'll get all the satisfaction of smoking, but no smoking hazards. Choose from a wide variety of our new American-made Vaporite e-liquid flavors at LeSig.com, spelled LECIG.com, or call 870-518-4307. That's 870-518-4307. LeSig e-cigarettes for today's modern smoker. Warning, e-cigs may contain nicotine, an addictive substance known to the state of California to cause birth defects or cancer. Please be aware of the risks associated with e-cigs prior to use. You must be 18 years or older to purchase.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell.
Okay, so here's the basics. The United States government's been taken over by ruthless mega banks that made their original money off of a worldwide monopoly on opium coming out of India, Afghanistan, and with the French out of Indochina, what's Vietnam today. This is all mainline history. The Chinese didn't like opium and what it did to their population. And they said, you basically make our people slaves bringing this in. It's banned. Well, yeah, opium's bad, but it's worse to ban it because then over the course of about 200 years, the British were able to take over town after town, slowly corrupting the police and getting everybody basically addicted. And then the only economy left was the opium. Then China fell and was broken in 11 parts. The U.S. had a part, the French, the Dutch, the British, the Germans, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. They all had their own parts. And this is all part of history. Look up the Opium Wars. Look up the Boxer Rebellion when the Chinese tried to fight this off. This is how it's done. That's why still today in China, well, there's three ways to do it. You either totally legalize it, or at least decriminalize, or you have it illegal. And then that's the worst way, because then if it's just mildly illegal, it makes it worse because there's money in it. Or you execute people like Singapore or China. Then you don't have any use because they catch you one time, dead. So there's really three ways to do it. You either death penalty immediately for any illegal drug use, just boom.